This
That
conference will now be recorded.
post-installation steps are the first-time activities which are to be performed right now. So what are these post-installation steps to be performed? Let us see one by one right now. So as a part of post-installation steps, first step you are going to perform here is, so the first step you are going to do here is activate the application. So let's see here. Go for the remote desktop connection and you will be provided with a remote ID and the password. So firstly you are going to have someone as the IP address here. Everyone will be having your own IP addresses. So mostly it will be common for everyone. 183.82.120.214. Okay, and this is one of the IP address, and the user ID and the password which you should be using will also be provided for you, which you can simply give those information. So right, go for more details. 382.120.214. Right.
Are you
So
sharing the screen? I'm not able to see the screen.
okay, I think so. I shared, but it have went away. Now,
Yes. Thank you.
right then. Okay, right. So now going for giving the user ID and password here. So these details will be provided for each of you. You can go through it. So so just a second. Just a second. So meeting will be disconnected. Just wait. Just stay here.
This conference will now be
So,
recorded.
firstly, the first thing first is going to be checking the system details. So, what you need to check here is your system details in this way. So, if someone is saying, if the basis team is saying, this is your GRC system, you should be in a position where exact. So, in client number 100, you are having the GRC system installed. As we already see discussed this one, you can just go and check the component information, what exactly is available. So in the system status, in the product version, I am going for what all the products we are having. So my core thing is I require GRC access control. Is it available or not? SAP access AC 12.0 stands for access control 12.0 for S4 HANA. Okay, this is the thing I have. I am already having GRC 12.0 component installed here. So this is my right system, and this is only one time activity you perform, followed by step number 2, activating the component which you require. So you want to do the implementation of GRC access control. So the GRC access control should be in active position. How to activate it? The path here is the transaction code SPRO. What is the transaction code? SPRO. This is for SAP reference IMG. IMG stands for implementation guide we are going to have here in this way. Here you can go for folder called GRC. So in the implementation guide, you will be able to display all the folders that are required or all the things that are installed. What all the things that are installed, everything can be displayed here in this way. Okay, you can display financial accounting, S4 HANA controlling. So what all the things that are already installed in this server, you can display them, their folders. Now I want the GRC folder. Opening the GRC, and in GRC I am going for general settings. In the general settings, I go for the path called activate application in the client. So this is the standard path to be followed here in this way. So if at all you want to activate the application, this is the path to be followed here in this way. GRC general setting, activate the application. So just click on activate applications. See here what all the things installed, they can be displayed here. ACPC RM, access control, process control, risk management, all the three things are already available here in this way. And if you see here, so, and if you see here on the right side, the select mark active is there. For suppose if it is in this state and save the data, you cannot do the access control implementation. Okay, you will be getting errors while you start implementation. So what is the thing you need to perform is, as a part of post installation step, if you are a access control consultant, AC should be in active state. Process control consultant, PC should be in active state. So sometimes what happen here is, whenever you are into upgradation, when the basis team do the upgradation, then also immediately when you start the implementation of GRC AC, you will be getting errors. What is the reason for that? What is the reason for the errors here is, the AC may be in inactive state. So once check it is in active or not in this way. That's the step number 2 you are going to have here in this way. So activate the applications you are having here. So after the applications are activated, so totally 3 steps. Step number 1, check the client details. Check client details. Step number 2, activate application. So where is the activation should be done? In the transaction code SPRO it should be done. In the SPRO, this is the so in the SPRO, this is the path you are going to have here in this way. So just click on copy and paste here in this way. A quick reminder in this way. Next step is going to be after the second step, third step is going to be activation of BC sets. So what is meant by activation of BC sets? What all the things you can perform here? In the activate the BC set, BC set stands for business configuration sets here in this way. In this BC set activation, so BC sets are nothing but default data. So what is happening? You are having something called as the default data in this way. So if you remember previously, whenever you are implementing any transaction codes in ECC or a S4 HANA system, both are same. So in both the systems, whenever you execute any transaction code, you are able to display the authorization data. So for every transaction code, you are having default authorization data. So SAP provides it in SU22 and you copy the default data to SU24. That's the thing which we perform. But for when it comes to GRC system, in the GRC we don't have anything like a transaction codes and authorization, but we are having default data for the GRC component. So for how to activate the GRC access control, to activate this BC set, the transaction code you are going to have here is SCPR20. What is the name of the transaction code? SCPR20 in this way. So now go to the transaction code SCPR20. So what is the purpose? Activation of the BC sets. So when you browse here, you are going to have thousands of BC sets here. Okay, not in hundreds, you will be having thousands of BC sets. So does it mean that as a SAP security consultant or as a GRC access control consultant, you need to activate all these BC sets? Means not at all required. We need to only activate BC sets related to GRC access control. So what are the things we require? We require the BC sets related to the access control in this way, GRC access control. So how to get only the BC sets related to access control? Simply go for the keyword called GRAC. So what is the keyword here? Star GRAC. So we already know this selection criteria, star star. What is the meaning? So wherever the keyword GRAC is available, automatically it will be there for you in this way. Star GRAC star, browse the data here. So star GRAC star and browse the data here and see you are totally able to display 33 BC sets. What are these BC sets? Business configuration sets. These are the default data you are having. So for example, I will take a very much simple thing like this BC set. So just double click GRAC underscore access request underscore request type. So BC set for request type. So what is the meaning here is you are able to display the you are able to display the default data here. So you are able to display the default data in this way. Default data of what? Request type here. Firstly, before activation, I am going for display option in this way. Okay, I will be going for display option in this way. So scroll down below. Here are the BC sets. Here is the default data you are having for the request type. See, 001 represents new account. So every entry is available in two times. Why? Because defaultly two languages are inactive. One is English, second one is the German. In this particular server we are using, two default languages are active instead. One is the English, second one is the German. So that's the reason two times they are repeated. So these all are default request types. So 001 represents new account. 002 represents change account. 003 represents delete account. 004 represents lock, unlock, super user, role redefined. So these things you can just see them later, not required. So still now we require the entry still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These will be sufficient. These are the default request types we are having. Create new account, change account, delete account, lock, unlock in this way. So you are already having some predefined request types provided by SAP. Then you are able to display the data. But how to activate this one? Simply click on activate BC sets. Hello, audible to you?
Yes, yes. The
Yes,
session got disconnected again. I mean, the screen fading. Now it is visible. Krishna?
I'll just conclude this topic and end the session for today. I don't want this much of disturbance in between the sessions. Right. Next one is the BC sets. So what happened here is SAP is going to provide you total 33 BC sets, meaning 33 set of default data for different purposes. Maybe for ARA purpose, maybe for BRM purpose, or maybe for EAM purpose, or maybe for ARM implementation purpose. In this way, for all the execution part or for all the implementation, SAP provides you something called as the default data in this way. So whichever data respective BC sets. Generally, it's a part of post installation steps. So, as a part of post installation steps, we are going to collect all the information about the BC sets and what are the list of BC sets that we require? We are going to activate them in this way. Activation of the BC set I will be showing you in the next session, not right now, in this way. So that's the whole concept of the things. So for today I will be ending the session, having lot of network issues. I don't know when it will connect, when it will disconnect, but just a second, let me once make a call before ending the session. And